A lot of times I think my kids were frustrated at the launch, so questions, they weren't sure how to answer it, if they were doing it right. And so starting off class with ExitTicket really let them kind of have a sense of purpose and know we're doing this, there's my data on the board.
They really get excited when they get to do their homework or their launches on iPods instead of on paper. They still use the paper and pencil to solve the problems, but they like getting the instant feedback.
It's given me a resource that I can get creative with, and do I use ExitTicket just at the end of the period? Do I use it as a launch? Do I use it for homework quizzes? Do I use it to prompt discussion and argument?
And it also let me know which kids right away, who do I need to during the launch go to and help, who is the kid that if I didn't go over to would probably be throwing a pencil at me.
So I teach 3 classes back to back of the same content, and based off my ExitTicket results in the first period, I might change the way I teach it in the second period. And having the data that's there every single day, and you can look at it for the day, for the week, for the month, and really compare it, I think that really does help.
It's just great to give them the instantaneous feedback and to be able to, right in that moment, say, okay, these 4 kids can't round decimals, I need to go figure out what's going on. And a lot of times it's that moment, oh, I didn't realize that you looked at that number, or oh, I didn't, you know what I mean? And it's kind of cool to fix it right there.
What ExitTicket allowed me to do was get much more feedback, much more frequently, that's much more specific for specific skills, because you can align tickets to learning targets and daily objectives or whatnot. And now that I had all this influx of extra data, it gave me a lot more options about what to do and how to change my lessons from day to day for specific students based on what they needed.
I've learned through this last year that teaching isn't always about me being up front lecturing, and that it's more about getting the students to understand the content in their own way and using their own academic language to explain it. So the more I can get a student to explain it back to their own peers, that's a win.
I've really been using it a lot lately to promote discussion and argument by taking polls about a very challenging question or a new concept that we haven't learned, and then getting students to engage with each other and challenge each other's ideas.
I see them collaborating, relying on each other all day, every day. It really kind of puts the ball in their court and says, okay, you have this tool and now you need to use it. When I look at our new teachers, I wish that they all had ExitTicket right now, because you feel as a new teacher, you feel really confused and lost as to what's going on in the classroom. And so being able to use ExitTicket, there's never a moment when you don't know what's going on. You have this picture of the room, you have your heat map, you know what's going on, and it kind of makes you feel more in control.
It also helps me be more prepared, because if I want to write that launch and that exit, I have to prepare it before the class even starts. And I think walking into a classroom being prepared helps put the teacher at ease, and those students pick up on that.
The important thing is, are your students learning? And I think what ExitTicket helped do was get rid of one of that kind of extra stress pieces for me. It was one less thing that I had to worry about, because I already had a system that was easy to operate, was easy to implement, and would give me a lot of good positive feedback that I could use to really make myself, to improve my practice, and cause a lot less kind of mental stress for myself. It was one less thing I had to worry about.